We work on a variety of different vehicles, predominantly for motor manufacturers, but also for end users such as the police, fire, NHS trusts, the highways agency and the like. And when we talk about specialist vehicles, we're really talking about any vehicle that has a specialist build requirement to it. So I suppose in a nutshell, where the normal retail motor dealer would stop is where EVO would start. I'm Martin Croissy, Managing Director of EVO Limited, Specialist Vehicle Converters. In the UK particularly, the police market is very varied and diverse, and the volumes are relatively low. So from a manufacturer's perspective, it's not economically viable for them to build low volume batch productions of police cars. And so companies like EVO, who specialise in doing that bespoke type of work, come into play. And we take what is essentially a civilian spec vehicle and then we convert it into an operational emergency services vehicle that you would see out on the road. We started the company 7 years ago now. I'd previously worked for a big blue chip PLC company in the UK, running a specialist vehicle operation for them on behalf of a motor manufacturer. They decided to downsize the operation and move it back in-house to their own factory. At that time, the team and myself were facing redundancy, and because we already had been involved in the industry for some time and had contacts, knew the customers and the suppliers well, I decided we'd try and up the sticks and move it and set it up ourselves and start ourselves. And that's exactly what we did 7 years ago. And from very humble beginnings, when there was 2 of us to start with and just one contract for 13 cars, here we are today with a much bigger and hopefully more impressive operation. We were very, very fortunate, and this industry in particular, when it's buoyant, is very cash positive because the customers, being the public sector, they all pay very quickly, so you're not waiting around for your money. So we were able, with a small investment, to get up and running quite quickly. Central Bedfordshire was blessed at the time when we started with a number of local converters similar to ourselves. Sadly, 2 of them have now gone, but in the early days there was a pool of resource locally and the skill set we required was in abundance. So we knew setting up in Central Bedfordshire was a good location for us. The road networks are very good, so we can get to the A1, the M1 and consequently the north and the south of England very, very quickly from where we are. And that, from a business like ourselves who disperse vehicles all over the UK, is important for us to have those logistics routes in place. Central Bedfordshire Council has been very, very pertinent to EVO's development over the last couple of years. We've had lots of support. Initially, we approached the council having been to local Chamber of Commerce meetings where there was a council spokesman there giving a presentation. And it was clear that there were lots of things that we hadn't already been aware of that were available to us. And when we started investigating it, there was lots of mentoring available and guidance and financial support in some areas that we could actually make use of and help us to promote the business and market ourselves better and turn ourselves into a more professional organisation, and Central Bedfordshire Council have been instrumental in that. Business Time Bank was a great innovation sponsored by Central Bedfordshire Council, which pulls together local businesses who all support industry within the Central Beds area. And what you do is you're given a slot that you're able to have some consultation with some of these experts in different fields, whether it be from financial markets or business support for all sorts of angles. We were able to look into that and tap into it for someone who was developing a website, and that's something from our perspective we wanted to do. We wanted to diversify our business and not be seen as just a blue light converter. So we're looking for the future at various different angles of business, such as mobility and leisure markets and the utility companies and things like that. Well, from Time Bank, we highlighted what we thought we would be interested in going forward with, and there's a current innovation available out there through Central Bedfordshire Council, which was Pilot 10 scheme, where basically 10 businesses in Bedfordshire were mentored by the council to monitor their performance and try and get improvements in the professionalism of the business from the financial perspective and sales and everything else. And from the Pilot 10 programme, we were able to get some funding, which helped us with a jointly funded package to develop our web pages, and we've now got a new website which is ready to launch, which quite frankly would have been beyond our reach if it wasn't for the Pilot 10 programme. I think from my own personal perspective, I've always been one of those unfortunate characters that look at my line manager and think I could do better than that, and it's always been a desire of mine to test myself as far as I can go. And that was really the inspiration behind wanting to work for myself. I wanted to see if I could make the decisions that other people were making and do it for myself and reap the benefits myself rather than pass those benefits on to others.